Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Matt and Sara Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Sara. Hi, everybody. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Yes, today we have a really interesting topic, and I think it's a topic that every English learner wants to know about.
Oh, yes, I think so too. So, Matt, what are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about how to train your brain to think in English.
Oh, yes, this is such a good topic. And you know what? I get this question a lot. Students always ask me, Sara, how do I stop translating in my head? How do I just think in English?
Exactly, and that is a very good question. Because when you are learning a new language, you often translate everything. You hear a word in English, and your brain immediately goes back to your first language.
Yes, your brain says, okay, what does this mean in my language? And then you translate, and then you understand. But this takes a long time, right?
It takes a lot of time, and it can be really frustrating. So today, we want to help you. We want to talk about some simple, practical ways to train your brain to think in English.
And don't worry, these tips are easy. You don't need to be an advanced student. These are for beginners too, for everyone.
Perfect. Okay, let's start. But first, Sara, let's talk about why this happens. Why do we translate in our heads?
That's a great question. So, when we learn a new language, our brain is used to our first language. It's comfortable there. It's like a cozy house, you know?
Yes, I like that. A cozy house.
Yes, your first language is your cozy house. You know every room, you feel safe there. But English is a new house. You don't know where everything is. You open a door and you don't know what's behind it.
Oh, I love that metaphor. So our brain goes back to the cozy house because it's easier, it's faster.
Exactly. And this is totally normal. When you are a beginner, translating is okay. It's part of the process. Don't feel bad about it.
That's really important. Don't feel bad. But, and this is the key, as you practice more, you want to spend less and less time in the old house. You want to start living in the new house, in English.
Yes, you want English to become your new cozy house. And we are going to show you how to do that today.
Okay, let's get into our first tip. And I think this one is very simple, but very powerful. Sara, do you want to share it?
Yes. Okay. Tip number 1 is think in single words first. Don't try to think in full sentences right away. That's too hard for beginners. Start small.
Can you give us an example?
Of course. So imagine you see a cat on the street. Instead of saying in your head, oh, there is a small cat on the street and it is very cute, just say cat. That's it. Just the word cat.
And this is training your brain to use English words directly. You see something and your brain goes, cat. Not the word in your language first, cat.
Exactly. And you can practice this everywhere. You're at home, table, chair, window, coffee. You're outside, tree, car, people, sky. Just look at things and name them in English.
It's like a game almost, and it's not stressful. You're not writing a composition, you're just seeing the world and naming it in English.
Yes, and over time, this becomes natural. Your eyes see a dog and your brain says, dog, immediately. No translation. It's automatic.
I love this tip. It sounds so simple, but it really works. You're basically rewiring your brain, little by little.
Exactly. Small steps every day. That's how it works. Okay, Matt, what is tip number 2?
Tip number 2 is talk to yourself in English. And I know what you're thinking. Matt, that sounds a little bit crazy. Talking to yourself?
Yes, but it works.
It really does. So, for example, when you wake up in the morning, instead of thinking your usual thoughts in your language, try to narrate your day in English. Simple sentences, very simple.
Give us an example, Matt.
Okay, so you wake up and you think, okay, it's morning. I'm tired. I need coffee. I'm going to take a shower. Simple, right? Short sentences, easy vocabulary.
And you don't need to be perfect. This is just for you. Nobody is listening, so you can make mistakes. That's okay.
That is so important. This practice is not about being perfect. It's about getting your brain used to thinking in English. to making English the default language in your mind.
And when I was learning Portuguese, yes, I studied Portuguese for a while, I used to do this. I would talk to myself in the car, quietly. Nobody could hear me.
Ha! Sarah talking to herself in the car. I love this image.
Yes, but you know what? It really helped because I was forced to use the language actively, not just passively listening or reading, but actually producing language, even if nobody heard it.
That's such a good point. The difference between passive and active practice is huge. Passive is watching, listening, reading. Active is speaking, writing, producing. And talking to yourself is active practice.
And you can do it anywhere. In the shower, walking to the bus stop, cooking dinner. These are perfect moments to practice.
Okay, tip number 3, and this one is one of my favorites. Sarah, do you know what it is?
I think I know. Is it about dreams? Thinking in English while you sleep?
That would be amazing, but no. You can't really control your dreams. Tip number 3 is start thinking in English emotions.
Oh, interesting. Can you explain that more?
Yes, so a lot of people focus on vocabulary, words for things, table, chair, apple, car, but emotions are very powerful because emotions are connected to how we feel, not just what we see.
Oh, that's true. So, for example, when you feel happy, you can think the word happy, or I'm happy, or I feel good today.
Exactly. When you're frustrated, I'm frustrated. When you're bored, I'm so bored right now. When you're excited, I'm really excited about this.
And this is special because emotions are very personal. When you feel something and you name it in English, the word becomes connected to a real experience, not just a definition in a book.
Yes, you're creating a real emotional memory with the English word, and the brain remembers things much better when there's an emotion attached.
That's actually science. The brain stores emotional experiences very strongly. So if you learn a word and it's connected to a real feeling, happy, angry, surprised, you remember it much better.
This is why movies and songs help you learn a language, because they create emotions. And those emotions are tied to the words and expressions you hear.
Okay, so our first 3 tips are 1. Think in single words. 2. Talk to yourself in English. 3. Use emotion words in English. Great tips. What's next, Matt?
Tip number 4. And this one is about something we all do every day. Something very normal. Dreaming? No, wait. Okay, tip 4 is describe your surroundings in English.
Oh, this is connected to tip 1, right? But it's bigger.
Yes, exactly. Tip 1 was just naming individual words. This is taking it further. Now we make simple sentences about what we see around us.
So, for example, you're sitting in a cafe, you can think, the cafe is small. There are 4 tables. A man is reading a newspaper. The coffee smells good. It is quiet.
Beautiful. Simple sentences, present tense, but you're describing your real environment in English. And this is very powerful because it's real. It's happening right now.
And you're using grammar naturally. The cafe is small. There are 4 tables. These are real grammar structures. The verb to be, there is, and there are. But you're not thinking about grammar. You're just describing.
That's the magic of it. You're practicing grammar without studying grammar. It just happens naturally.
I think beginners sometimes feel that English is something they study, like math or science, but it's not. It's a living thing. It should be part of your everyday life.
Absolutely. And these small moments, describing your coffee, your bus ride, your lunch, they add up. Every day, your English gets a little stronger.
And one more thing about this tip. You can write it down. Keep a small notebook or use your phone. Write 3 or 4 sentences about your day in English. Very simple sentences.
Oh, yes. Writing is a great way to solidify your thoughts. When you write something, your brain processes it more deeply than when you just think it.
Yes, so speak it, then write it. Double the practice, double the progress.
Love it. Okay, tip number 5. Sarah, this one is specifically about something people do wrong. something that actually slows them down.
Oh, I'm curious. What is it?
Tip 5 is stop translating. And I know, we said at the beginning that translating is normal for beginners, and it is. But when you translate every single word one by one, it makes your brain work extra hard, and it slows everything down.
So the goal is to slowly reduce the amount of translating you do. Not stop suddenly, that's not possible, but reduce it, step by step.
Right. One way to do this is to get comfortable with not understanding every word. This is very hard for perfectionists, and I say this with love because I was a perfectionist learner too.
Me too, honestly.
So when you read or listen in English and there is a word you don't know, try to continue. Don't stop immediately to translate it. Try to understand the general meaning from context.
For example, you hear, "The weather was terrible yesterday. I was completely soaked when I got home." Okay, maybe you don't know the word soaked, but from the context, terrible weather, you can guess soaked probably means very wet.
Exactly. You didn't need to translate soaked. You understood it from the situation. And this skill, understanding from context, is one of the most valuable skills in language learning.
And it's also how children learn their first language. They don't have a dictionary. They just listen and figure things out from context, over and over and over.
So, trust your brain. It's smarter than you think. Give it clues, and it will figure things out.
Okay, we are doing so well today. We have 5 tips already. Matt, how many more do we have?
We have 2 more big ones, and I think these 2 are really special. Ready?
Ready.
Tip number 6, immerse yourself in English input. And by input, I mean things you listen to or read. Podcasts, TV shows, YouTube videos, music, books, whatever you enjoy.
But here's the key word, enjoy. You need to enjoy it. If you hate the content, you won't listen for very long. And if you don't listen for very long, you won't get better.
So, choose things you love. Do you love cooking? Watch cooking videos in English. Do you love football? Listen to football commentary in English. Do you love animals? Find an English podcast about animals.
When you love the topic, you forget you're learning. You're just watching, listening, enjoying. And English is coming in through your eyes and ears naturally.
And this is called comprehensible input. It's a famous idea in language learning. The idea that you learn best when you understand most of what you hear, but not all of it. Maybe 70 to 90%.
If you understand nothing, it's too hard. If you understand everything, it's too easy. The sweet spot is somewhere in the middle. A little bit challenging, but mostly understandable.
And this is exactly what we try to do on this podcast, by the way. We speak slowly and clearly, we use simple vocabulary, but we also have real conversations. We don't talk like robots.
We hope this podcast feels like good input for you. That's our goal, to be the kind of English content that helps your brain grow.
Exactly. And the more input you get, the more natural English becomes in your mind. Your brain starts to absorb the patterns, the rhythms, the expressions, without you even trying.
It's a beautiful process when it starts to happen. One day, you just realize, oh, I understood that without translating. And it's such a great feeling.
Such a great feeling. Okay, last tip. Tip number 7. Sarah, would you like to share this one?
I would love to. Tip number 7 is be patient with yourself and celebrate small wins.
Oh, this is so important.
So important because, learning a language is a long journey. It doesn't happen in a week or a month. It takes time, and sometimes it's frustrating.
You make mistakes, you forget words, you understand nothing in a movie, and you feel like, am I even improving? Why is this so hard?
We have all been there. Every single language learner has been there. It's normal. But here's the thing. Progress is happening, even when you can't see it.
Yes, your brain is working even when you sleep, even when you're not studying. Every conversation you hear, every word you read, your brain is processing it quietly.
So celebrate small wins. You understood a joke in English? Celebrate. You said a sentence without translating first? Celebrate. You watched 5 minutes of a video and understood the main idea? Celebrate.
These small moments are real progress. They are real evidence that your brain is changing, growing, adapting. And over time, these small moments become big moments.
And be kind to yourself. You are doing something incredibly difficult. Learning a new language as an adult is hard. You deserve credit for even trying.
Absolutely. So don't compare yourself to other learners. Everyone's journey is different. Some people learn faster, some slower. That's okay. What matters is that you keep going.
Keep going. Every day, a little bit. And before you know it, one day, English will start to feel natural. Your brain will start to think in English automatically.
And that's the goal, right? Not to be perfect, not to speak like a native speaker right away, but to feel comfortable, to feel at home in English.
To live in that new house we talked about at the beginning, the English house.
Yes! And you know what? The English house can be cozy too. It just takes time to learn where everything is.
I love that. Okay, let's quickly review our 7 tips for today so you can remember them all.
Perfect. Tip 1, think in single words first. Start small. See something, name it in English.
Tip 2, talk to yourself in English. Simple sentences, in the shower, in the car, wherever you are. Nobody needs to hear.
Tip 3, use emotion words in English. When you feel something, name it in English. Happy, tired, excited, bored. Connect the language to real feelings.
Tip 4, describe your surroundings. Make simple sentences about what you see around you. The room is quiet, the sky is blue, there are 2 people at the table.
Tip 5, stop translating word for word. Learn to understand from context. Trust your brain. Don't panic when you don't know every word.
Tip 6, immerse yourself in English input you enjoy. Podcasts, videos, music, books. Choose things you love. Make English part of your daily life.
And tip 7, be patient and celebrate small wins. Progress is real, even when it's slow. You are doing great. You know, Sarah, I want to go back to something for a second because I think there's something important we haven't talked about yet.
What's that?
Mistakes. We talked about being patient, about celebrating small wins, but I want to talk about mistakes specifically because I think many learners are afraid of making mistakes, and that fear stops them from practicing.
Oh, that's such a real thing. I see it all the time. A student knows the grammar, they know the words, but they don't want to speak because they're afraid of saying something wrong.
And what happens then?
They never speak. And if you never speak, you never improve your speaking. It's a circle, a bad circle.
Exactly. So I want to say something directly to you, our listeners. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Mistakes are how you learn.
Think about babies. Babies learning to walk, they fall down a lot, but they don't give up. They just get up and try again, and eventually they walk, and then they run.
And nobody laughs at a baby for falling. We all understand this is how learning works. Language is the same. You fall, you get up, you try again.
So when you make a mistake in English, and you will because everyone does, just notice it, maybe laugh about it a little, and then try again.
Don't let the mistake make you stop. Let the mistake make you stronger, because every mistake teaches your brain something. It says, okay, that wasn't right. Let me remember the correct way.
And honestly, some of the most memorable language learning moments are mistakes. I remember one time when I was learning Portuguese, I tried to say I am embarrassed, but I used the wrong word. And instead, I said something very, very different, and everyone laughed.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, let's just say the 2 words sounded similar, but had very different meanings. But you know what? I never forgot the correct word after that. The embarrassing mistake burned it into my memory forever.
That is such a perfect example. The embarrassing mistake you never forget and you never repeat.
Exactly. So mistakes are our teachers. Uncomfortable sometimes, yes, but good teachers.
I also want to add something about the environment where you practice, because I think this matters a lot. You need to find a safe space to practice English, a place where you feel comfortable making mistakes.
Yes, this podcast, for example, this is a safe space. You're listening. You're not being judged. Nobody is grading you. You can relax and just absorb the language.
And if you have a friend who is also learning English, practice together. Don't worry about being perfect with each other. Just talk. In English. About anything.
What do you like for breakfast? What movie did you watch recently? What is your favorite season? These are simple, real conversations, and they count as practice.
They absolutely count. Every single English conversation you have, even a short one, is practice. Even a text message in English to a friend is practice. It all adds up.
And the more you practice in a relaxed, safe way, the more your brain opens up. It starts to associate English with something enjoyable, with connection, with fun, with discovery.
And when your brain sees English as something enjoyable, not something scary or stressful, it becomes so much easier to think in English. The resistance goes away.
Beautifully said, Matt. I think that's such an important point to end on. Make English enjoyable. Make it part of your life, and your brain will follow.
One more thing I want to mention, and this is connected to tip 6 about input. Try to notice English around you in your daily life, not just in study time, but all the time.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you see an English word on a product, on a sign, on a menu, on an app on your phone, pay attention to it. Read it. Try to understand it. Don't ignore it.
Oh, yes, English is everywhere. On clothes, on food packaging, on websites, in song titles, in movie names. You might not realize how much English you see every day.
And you can change the language on your phone to English. This is a great trick. Suddenly, all your apps, all your notifications, everything is in English. And you use your phone 100 times a day.
That is such a good tip. You're getting English input without even thinking about it. Settings, calendar, music app, messages, all in English.
It might be confusing at first, but within a week, you'll be reading everything naturally because you already know where everything is, so the English just gets easier and easier to understand.
And the same with social media. If you follow some English accounts about topics you love, you see English every day in your feed. Artists, podcasters, chefs, athletes, whoever you love, find their English language content.
It makes English feel like a natural part of your life, not something separate, not something you only do during study time.
Exactly. English is not a subject, it's a skill, and skills grow when you use them every day in real life.
That's such a good way to put it. It's not a subject, it's a skill.
These 7 tips are not magic. They take practice, they take time, but if you use them every day, even for a few minutes, your brain will change. We promise.
And we believe in you, truly. Everyone who's listening to this podcast right now, you are already doing something amazing. You are learning English. You are putting in the effort.
And that is something to be proud of.
Completely.
Okay, Matt, before we finish, I have a little challenge for our listeners today.
Ooh, I love a challenge. What is it?
Okay, everyone, today I want you to try tip number 1, just for today. Every time you look at something, an object, a person, a place, say the English word in your head. Just the word. One word. Can you do that?
Just one word. That's all. Cat, door, coffee, phone, tree, sky. One word at a time.
And if you want a bigger challenge, write 3 sentences about your day in English. Just 3. Very simple. And you can do it in our comment section if you want. We would love to read them.
Yes, write your 3 sentences in the comments. We read every single one, and it's great practice to write in a real context for real people.
We would love to hear from you. Tell us, where are you from? What are you doing today? What's the weather like where you are?
Beautiful questions. Simple, real English. That's what it's all about.
All right, we are coming to the end of today's episode. Matt, it was so good talking about this today.
It really was. This is a topic I'm very passionate about because I know how hard it is to learn a language, and I know how amazing it feels when things start to click.
And we are here every week with a new episode, a new topic, new vocabulary, new conversations. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It means so much to us.
It really does. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. Sharing is the best way to help us grow.
And of course, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning with us. You are amazing, and your English is getting better every single day.
Even when it doesn't feel like it, it is getting better. Keep going.
We'll see you next time on the Matt and Sara Podcast.
Take care, everyone. Bye.